Let's turn this into that. Stay tuned, guys. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Lincoln Forcer, and today we're going to be enhancing and upscaling the graphics for Star Wars Jedi Knight Mysteries of the Sith. If you haven't already caught my last video for Dark Forces 2, you can go ahead and do that now. I'll put a little card up in the top of the screen right here. But we're going to kind of copy the same outline as far as modding this game as we did Dark Forces 2. I am using the Steam version, and this will work for the GOG version as well. All the links you're going to need are going to be in the description below. And once you have this game downloaded and installed, either on Steam or GOG, go ahead and launch it for the first time. Make sure there's no first time setups, as this one does have one. And once it starts, we'll take a look at the graphics as they sit right now so that we can compare them later. I'll go ahead and get right into the game here. And here we are. Go ahead and move into third person so you can see that as well. So now that we got something to look at as a comparison later on once we get done modding it, I'll go ahead and back out. Now we'll move into the description below. We're going to go ahead and download the unofficial patches for Jedi Knight, Dark Forces 2, and Mysteries of the Sith. If you did this in the previous video, you will not have to download this again because you should still have these files if you hadn't deleted them. We will also go to GitHub and we will get the JKGFXMod. You'll come over here to version 1.0.0, click it, and then download the zip. Again, if you've already followed my installation guide for Dark Forces 2, you should already have this. You won't have to download this again. Then we'll move over to ModDB, and we're going to download an enhancement mod for the JKGFX for the Mysteries of the Sith right here. We are also going to download the Neural Texture Pack for Mysteries of the Sith again. If you already downloaded this file in my last from my last video referring to Dark Forces 2, you won't have to do that because you should already have these unless, again, you have deleted them. And we will download the special effects for the Neural Upscale Texture Pack for Mysteries of the Sith right here. And we will also download the FOV mod for Mysteries of the Sith right here, which have all those files downloaded. Throw them into a folder, and we'll start transferring them over. So now we're going to go ahead and open up our mods folder. We'll drag it over here to the right, and we'll open up our installation directory as well. Drag it over here to the left. In your Steam, if you have it downloaded through Steam, it'll be program files, x86 Steam apps, common, and it's going to be Jedi Knight Mysteries of the Sith right here. I'm not sure what it's going to be in the GOG version, but once you find it, it should look something like this. When we head over to our mods folder here, you'll want to extract or unzip all the files that you have downloaded if you hadn't done so already. A program I really like to use for this is 7-zip. I'll leave a link for that program down in the description below because you can highlight multiple files or folders at once and right-click and go to 7-zip and then extract to asterisks and this slash right here. Just select that and it'll throw everything into its own individual folder without unpacking it all into one big mess. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and patch this game up real quick. The unofficial patch does have a weird file name. As you can see, it's got a bunch of letters and numbers and stuff like that in front of it. But once you double click that, it takes you in. There's another folder that actually says unofficial patches. And we're going to be dealing with Mysteries of the Sith. So we're going to right click that. We're going to copy it and we're going to paste it in here. Now the thing is if you have the GOG version, I believe your executable is called JKM, so it's going to ask to replace that. Go ahead and replace it, no problem. However, in Steam, our executable is called Jedi Knight M. You can delete this, or you can create a backup folder, as I'm going to do right now. And we will put that file in there. Before we do, though, we're going to copy its title. Now we'll drag and drop it in the backup folder, and then we're going to come over here and we're going to rename this as a title that we just copied, and we are good. Now we'll back up, and now we're going to put in the JKGFXMod. Again, the file or folder is listed with all these numbers and letters and weird digits and stuff like that. Double click it. It should look like this once you get into the folder. Just copy everything and paste it into your directory, like so. Now we're going to go into the enhanced mod for that, and we're going to copy both of these, all three of these folders, and we're going to paste. Now that's complete. We're going to head over to our materials folder. Now in my last video, we just used the JKNUP. It has all these textures in it. In this specific game here, we're not just going to use this one, we're going to use both. So copy both of these folders, and you're going to drop them in the JKGM materials folder. Paste them right in there. Might take a little bit to copy them over because it does have quite a few files, but once it is done, you won't have to worry about it anymore, and you will be set. As it finishes up here, and we are done. Okay. We're going to back out to the main directory area. And now we are going to put in the special effects for that neural upscale texture mod that we just dropped in there. Again, just copy these two folders and paste. Let it override anything that it wants to. You're good. And now we're going to drop in the FOV mod, which will be these three files right here. Copy that and paste it. Now, if there's one other thing we need to do real quick, the JKGM JSON file, you're going to open that up with Notepad++. I'll leave a link for that program down in the description below. When you open it up, it'll look like this. Right here you see jk.exe for the command. This is basically what it looks for to launch. So we're going to have to rename this. If you're on GOG and you don't use the FOV mod, it'll just be the JKM file that was replaced earlier. So you'll just basically replace JK with JKM. If you're not using the FOV mod and you are using a Steam version, you'll copy this title, paste it in here, and you should be good to go. And it'll be similar to what I'm about to do with the FOV mod. You'll just copy, come over here, highlight JK, and paste. We're good there. You'll also remember to come up here and change this to your resolution. I am 1920 by 1080. So whatever your screen resolution is, you'll put in here and then save it, and you are good to go. Now once that's done, you're going to launch the game with this inject file right here. This inject file can throw warnings at virus or malware programs. I use Malwarebytes. It doesn't like this file, and it will quarantine it as soon as I double click on it. And by doing that, the game will not launch. So just make an exception for it, and you should be fine. We're going to go ahead and launch the game now so you can see what it looks like after we have enhanced and upscaled the graphics. First things first, once you come in here, we're going to go to Setup, we're going to go to Display, Enable 3D Acceleration. It'll put in that resolution that you put in the JSON file. Also make sure that the view size here is ticked not all the way to max, but one before max. Click OK. I like to go to the controls, make sure that the mouse doesn't have this reverse direction on any of this axis stuff, because it will throw me off. But that looks good. So we'll go ahead and get the single plater and we'll take a look at it. And here we are, guys. We are enhanced. We're in third person. Everything is looking great. So we're going to back out because there's one other thing I want to show you. And that's going to be right here. So since we're using this inject file, we're going to send a shortcut to the desktop so we don't always have to come into this folder to use it. And one thing I like to do is I like to copy the title of the shortcut from GOG or Steam, and I'm going to toss this shortcut into the recycle bin, and I'm going to come down here and paste that title over the inject title. And then you can also change the icon, and then you would be good to go. So with that said, really appreciate you guys coming out. If you have any questions, any comments, please leave them in the comment section below. I will get back to you. I do respond regularly to comments and questions as best I can. But yeah, guys, I hope this tutorial helped you guys out, and I will catch you guys in the next one. You guys take care. Later.